Number 1. Goosebumps from music. Your body is a drama queen. You're just vibing to some emotionally manipulative movie soundtrack, and suddenly, bam, your arms break out in goosebumps like they're freezing to death. But here's the thing. You're not cold. You're just listening to a cello slowly ruin your emotional stability. This reaction actually made sense back when your ancestors were dodging saber-toothed cats. Goosebumps helped puff up body hair to trap heat or look bigger in a fight, which was great when we had enough body hair to rival a bear. Now, we get the same response from a Spotify playlist. Scientists think it's because music can hijack the brain's reward system and trigger an emotional arousal similar to fear or awe. So your ancient, saber-tooth evading nervous system is now panicking over a Hans Zimmer score. Basically, your skin thinks it's protecting you from a predator, but in reality, you're just emotionally compromised because Adele hit a high note. Evolution, ladies and gentlemen, it never planned for Bluetooth earbuds. Number 2. Sneezing at bright light. You step outside on a sunny day, and suddenly, achoo, your body's like, let's eject everything from the nose immediately. Why? Because you saw sunlight. Not sniffed it. Saw it. This bizarre reflex is called the photic sneeze reflex, and it affects about 10–35% of people. The working theory is that your optic nerve, which detects bright light, and your trigeminal nerve, which tells your face to sneeze, are just a little too close, like college roommates who share everything including random neural signals. So when your brain gets overwhelmed by light, it accidentally fires off a "let's clear the sinuses" command. Even though your sinuses were doing just fine, thank you very much. And no, this reflex doesn't serve any real purpose anymore. Unless the goal is to look unhinged in public every time you leave a building at noon. In that case, mission accomplished. Biology. Number 3. Crying when you're happy. Ah yes. The most confusing reaction ever. I'm so happy. I'm leaking from my face. Crying from sadness? That's emotionally logical. But crying from joy? That's like your brain forgetting what emotions are and just mashing all the buttons at once. Scientists believe this is a form of emotional regulation. When you experience extreme joy, your nervous system kind of panics and overcorrects by activating sadness signals to bring you back to emotional homeostasis. It's your brain saying, whoa, you're too happy, time to dampen that with a little existential liquid. Even babies do it. Ever seen one get so excited about a banana that they burst into tears? That's not drama. That's evolution awkwardly fumbling its way through emotion management like a hungover camp counselor. Bottom line, your body's emotional software update is about 3 million years overdue. Until then, you'll continue crying at weddings, baby giggles, or that one episode of The Office. You know the one. Number 4. Getting goosebumps from embarrassment. You're giving a presentation. You mess up a word. A small chuckle ripples through the room and suddenly, your skin goes full pufferfish. Goosebumps, flushed cheeks, maybe even a cold sweat. Your body's screaming danger. But you're just standing there with a PowerPoint and mild social anxiety. What ancient danger does a typo in front of your coworkers represent? None. But your brain still reacts like you're being hunted by wolves. This is part of your fight-or-flight system, specifically the sympathetic nervous system throwing a mini tantrum. Back in the days of tribal living, being shunned or laughed at could literally mean being cast out. And guess what? No tribe. No protection. No protection. Hello, saber-tooth face hug. So your body learned to overreact to any sign of social rejection. Heart races. Muscles tense. And yes, goosebumps pop up like you're about to be attacked, even though the only thing threatening your life is Karen from accounting judging your font choice. Basically, your nervous system is still working for a Stone Age HR department. Number 5. Holding your breath when stressed. Deadlines. Traffic. A slow Wi-Fi signal. And what do? You hold your breath like you're underwater in a shark tank, even though the only predator in sight is a calendar notification. This involuntary breath holding or shallow breathing during stress is your body's way of bracing for impact, something that made sense when stress meant incoming danger. Like physical danger. Like run from that angry mammoth danger. But now, your boss emails you, "Can we talk?" And your lungs are like, "Shut it down. No oxygen until further notice." This response, called apnea of stress, is your body trying to control your internal environment by reducing movement and conserving energy. That was useful when hiding in bushes from a predator. But hiding from an Outlook notification? Not so much. So the next time you catch yourself turning into a stress balloon, remember, your lungs think you're in a jungle, but really, you're just trying to fix a printer jam before your meeting starts. Number 6. Shivering when you're nervous. You're about to give a speech, or go on a date, or confess to your therapist that yes, you did Google your symptoms, and now believe you have 37 diseases. And then it hits your body starts to shiver like you're in an ice bath, but you're not cold. This is called psychogenic shivering, and it's basically your nervous system misinterpreting emotional stress as an environmental one. In the past, a shivering body might have meant you were exposed to cold, and your body tried to generate heat through muscle contractions. Now, you say hi to your crush and your nervous system's like, "We're freezing. Emergency muscle spasms. Go." It's like your body's running Windows 95 and someone installed emotion.exe. It can't handle the input. The result? A confusing, jittery mess of reactions that make you look like you're about to faint in a meat locker, when really, you're just emotionally undercooked. Number 7. Yawning when you're not tired. You're in a meeting. It's the kind where your soul quietly exits your body after slide 47. You're not sleepy. You're just bored. But then yawn. A deep, theatrical yawn like you're auditioning for a role as person falling asleep in public. Here's the twist. Yawning isn't just about being tired. It might actually be your brain trying to cool itself down. Like an overheating laptop, your noggin runs hot when overloaded emotionally, cognitively, or yes, even from the intense labor of pretending to care during budget reviews. Studies suggest yawning helps regulate brain temperature by bringing in cool air and promoting blood flow to the brain. So when you're stressed, bored, or overthinking, your brain's internal thermostat goes, "Phew," cranking up the mouth AC. And don't forget contagious yawning, because nothing screams advanced species like mimicking someone else's brain. Cooling reflex like a biological copycat. Empathy, social bonding, or just plain monkey see monkey do? Science is still debating. Either way, your brain's running background diagnostics every time you yawn mid-zoom. And no, Karen, it's not because you're boring. Probably. Number 8. Jumping at sudden sounds. You're in a quiet room, sipping tea, contemplating life's mysteries like whether cats have existential dread when bang, a door slams, and suddenly you're halfway across the room clutching your soul. That's your startle reflex, and it is dramatic. It's also one of the oldest survival mechanisms we've got. Loud, unexpected noises often meant something was coming to eat you, squash you, or catapult you into early extinction. So your body responds by going full DEFCON 1. Flinch, jump, adrenaline spike, possibly make a weird ugh sound. The kicker? This reflex is so primal, it can be triggered by any loud noise, no matter how harmless. A champagne pop, dropped keys, your microwave beeping like it just diffused a bomb, instant panic. And once again, your caveman brain can't update its threat database. It's still assuming every loud noise is a jaguar, not your roommate opening a bag of chips with the intensity of a Marvel villain. So if you ever feel dumb for flinching at the sound of a stapler, just remember, evolution hasn't caught up with office equipment yet. Number 9. Blushing for no reason. Your crush compliments your outfit. A stranger holds eye contact too long. Someone makes an offhand joke about you liking pineapple on pizza. And your body? Bright red cheeks, like your face decided to cosplay as a stop sign. Blushing is one of those things that makes zero sense today, but it will expose you like a snitch with high blood pressure. The science? It's a byproduct of your sympathetic nervous system, the same system responsible for fight or flight. When you feel embarrassed, self-conscious, or even flattered, your brain hits the panic button and releases adrenaline. That causes blood vessels in your face to dilate, sending more blood to your cheeks. Why? Because apparently your ancient ancestors thought the best response to awkward social situations was to look visibly uncomfortable. There's no proven benefit to blushing today, except maybe to show people you're not a soulless sociopath. But that doesn't help much when you're just trying to explain why you tripped over a potted plant and suddenly look like a tomato at a job interview. Number 10. Laughing at the worst possible time. Someone falls down but they're okay and you burst out laughing. You're at a funeral, and someone whispers something mildly funny and you snort. You're told you're being fired, and you chuckle nervously like a sitcom side character. Why? Because your brain, in moments of high stress, sometimes decides that the best course of action is to throw in a laugh grenade. This is called incongruous affect, and it's when your emotional response doesn't match the situation, like your body installed the wrong software update and now you're running haha.ec in a trauma scenario. Psychologists believe it's a kind of emotional venting system. When you're overwhelmed, whether by fear, shock, grief, or anxiety, your brain slams on the emotional brakes and reaches for the only lever it can find: inappropriate giggling. It's not that you're heartless, it's that your nervous system short-circuits and tries to stabilize things with humor. You're not laughing at tragedy, you're laughing instead of crying, screaming, or blacking out. Evolutionarily, laughter is a social glue helping diffuse tension, establish safety, or signal, "I'm okay." Unfortunately, it didn't come with a setting for only laugh when it makes sense. So now you laugh in meetings, horror movies, and therapy. Because why not? Thanks, brain. Number 11. Phantom phone vibrations. You swear you felt it. The buzz. The tiny, unmistakable vibration of a notification. You check your phone, nothing. No call, no text, no missed anything. Just a pocket full of lies. This delightful little glitch is called phantom vibration syndrome, and it's basically your brain being too eager to please. Or, more accurately, your nervous system getting jumpy from notification conditioning. See, your body has adapted to associate certain physical sensations like the twitch of a muscle or a shift in fabric as potential signals that something needs your attention. Because in this era, your phone is your lifeline to validation, appointments, and weird memes from friends at 2 a.m. Over time, your brain gets so trained to expect stimulation that it starts interpreting random signals as phantom alerts. It's like Pavlov's dog, except instead of drooling at a bell, you're checking your phone for a notification that doesn't exist. Congratulations, your nervous system is now running on vibes and FOMO. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.